Jean-Michel Basquiat, a name that echoes through the worlds of art, fashion, and music. A self-taught painter who went from tagging walls in New York City to selling canvases for millions. But who really was Basquiat? A prodigy, a rebel, a symbol of a generation caught between street culture and high society. Today, we're diving into the life, art, and legacy of one of the most iconic artists of the 20th century. Who was Jean-Michel Basquiat? Jean-Michel Basquiat was born in Brooklyn, New York, in 1960. His father was Haitian, his mother Puerto Rican, two vibrant cultures that shaped his identity and perspective. From a young age, Jean-Michel was drawn to art. His mother encouraged him, taking him to museums and sketching with him at home. But life wasn't always easy. After his parents split and his mother was hospitalized for mental health struggles, Basquiat ran away from home as a teenager. He spent time couch surfing, selling handmade postcards, and even sleeping in Washington Square Park. Those experiences, the rawness of city life, would later fuel his work. In the late 1970s, Basquiat began making a name for himself on the streets of Soho under the mysterious tag SAMO, short for Same Old Shit. Alongside his friend Al Diaz, he painted cryptic, poetic messages on city walls such as SAMO as an end to mind-wash religion and playing art with daddy's money. These weren't just graffiti, they were statements. Basquiat was blending street culture with social commentary, confronting the world with sharp, witty language. Soon, his SAMO tags became famous in New York's downtown art scene, the same world that gave rise to punk rock, hip-hop, and avant-garde art. By 1981, Basquiat's talent couldn't be ignored. Art dealers, critics, and collectors began taking notice. He moved from the streets to galleries, showing his work alongside Andy Warhol and Keith Haring. Basquiat's paintings were electric, full of color, symbols, anatomy sketches, crowns, and chaotic energy. He tackled subjects like race, inequality, power, and fame. He painted heroes, boxers like Muhammad Ali, jazz musicians like Charlie Parker, black icons who fought their way into history. But fame came fast, and with it came pressure. Suddenly, this young black artist was the face of a predominantly white art world, celebrated, yet often misunderstood. In 1983, Basquiat began collaborating with pop art legend Andy Warhol. Their friendship was both creative and complicated, a meeting of two different worlds. They produced dozens of paintings together, blending Warhol's commercial imagery with Basquiat's raw street energy. But critics didn't always understand their partnership. Some said Warhol was using Basquiat. Others said Basquiat was exploiting Warhol's fame. The truth was more human, two artists chasing meaning and validation in a world obsessed with money and image. By the mid-1980s, Basquiat was struggling. Despite success, he felt isolated, battling drug addiction and the pressures of fame. After Warhol's sudden death in 1987, Basquiat spiraled even deeper. On August 12, 1988, Jean-Michel Basquiat died of a heroin overdose. He was only 27 years old, another member of the tragic 27 Club. Today, Basquiat's work is more celebrated than ever, selling for over $100 million apiece. But beyond the price tags, his art lives as a voice, a bridge between the street and the gallery, between chaos and beauty, between pain and power. Basquiat once said, "I am not a black artist, I am an artist." And yet his blackness, his truth, gave his art its pulse. Jean-Michel Basquiat wasn't just painting. He was writing history in color.